Hello, everybody. Give me just a second. Alrighty. Open this. It might be a little bit of echo in a second. I'll see if I can fix that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just gonna ask Silva if Silva's gonna make it tonight or if Silva's gonna do anything special, because you never know with Halloween. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get anybody coming through the stream tonight, because some people might be out there doing stuff for the holiday. It's always interesting doing holiday streams because you never know how they're gonna go. Okay. Okay. This is, I think I've told everyone that I'm live. I'm not gonna share it on Facebook. I mean, I could. All right. All right. All right. Let's get over to the free chat screen and just chill for a little bit till some people trickle in and we can get started on some more of tonight's projects. Yeah. All right. Hello, everybody. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been repositioned slightly. I've been working on adjusting all of my settings to try to appear as functional as possible on here. I hear work has started on assembling my gaming PC, so that's exciting. I don't know, it might need a new power supply. I'm not sure. Silva told me something about needing a new power brick. And I'm like, I didn't realize that actual CPUs use power bricks anymore, or now. I thought they just used a direct cord into the wall and that the power supply was the power brick. A little bit concerned about that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, like, it's been interesting trying to figure out what to work on next. I have limited income that I can kind of rely on. And just trying to figure out where I want to spend my limited resources has been kind of exciting, kind of terrifying. And also trying to figure out what I want to do next. So, like, for a while, I was doing really good with working on those three things: my novel, my game, and the character development thing. And then I kind of just ran out of steam for a while there, and I was picking back up on some Steam, but I was looking back over my novel, and I'm like, this is like 60 to 70% dialogue, right? And there's more people talking than there is actual stuff happening in the book. And I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that's normal. And I'm worried that I might be getting bogged down with too much dialogue and not enough actual things happening. Like in the beginning, there's a lot of boardroom meetings because the main character is following this strategy of staying on the back line and not actually getting involved. And I don't want to narrate things that the main character isn't a part of. But then when I do narrate things, they go by really quickly. And so the actual activity of stuff happening is really short compared to the amount of time that's spent on dialogue. And I'm a little bit worried that my readers are gonna get slogged down in dialogue, you know? I'm gonna do some self-editing. I might at some point get like Grammarly or something in order to run over it and go back over it. So here's the other thing. That like we might end up completely pivoting what we do tonight. I'll be completely honest. There's a possibility we completely change gears. But I've wanted to do an game making stream for a while now. Because I haven't done one in a while, and I want to pick up my game. I put a lot of time and effort into this game, and I want to finish it. I want to finish something. That's kind of the feeling that I've got right now, is that I've started all these projects, and I just feel this need that I need to finish something. Even if I don't publish it, even if I don't sell it, I need to finish something. And like, my game is at this part where I could call it finished, right? There's a beginning, middle, end, so on and so forth. But the thing is, the combat's only planned out for like towards the beginning, and I need to actually, like, if we're talking about the bare minimum to have the game be considered finished, I need to introduce probably a puzzle. This is kind of loud. Can I turn this down a little bit? There we go. I just couldn't hear myself think. I just could not hear myself think. So I guess we can work on making notes of what's left to do. So that's one thing we're going to work on tonight. Is going to be making notes on what's left to do so we can make sure we have things outlined so we can get a minimum viable product. It doesn't have to be completely refined. I've probably put way more detail into it than I need to, and I thought I'm getting bogged down in a lot of that. I may need to move some of the stuff with the Blue King's Castle to the front so that way the player can see the inn instead of having the inn behind the castle, which is funny. So I guess we could look into what's left to do. Is that volume went right back to where I didn't want it to be. That's not the button I wanted. Come on. Come on, music. There we go. It's hard arranging the stuff with the arrow keys Because if you click on the wrong thing, it's going to try to move around the stream. And that's not what I want. For those of you who don't know, my music is provided by Lofi Girl. Oh, the early messages are building on each other, Okusen. So does that mean if we go back and look at all the early messages together, they will form some kind of secret message? Is this the true deep lore? Is this, wait, so we have the Oriansenshi lore. Is this the Okusen lore? Eventually, not now though? Okay. But are you just drip feeding us the Okusen lore? Is this all setting up for the Okusen debut? Maybe. I thought you said you didn't want to have too much stuff associated with Okusen. I thought you said you were gonna have it going on another YouTube account. Or did you finally decide you weren't gonna let them stop you? So many maybes. Then again, I probably don't have much space to speak. Whenever my friend's kid asks me questions, I'm always like, maybe, we'll see, I don't know. Another maybe. So Okusen, are you working tonight? I thought you worked Monday through Thursday. Or do you have off for the holiday? Ah, what happened? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Sad face. No, sad face. There we go. There's my sad face. I will eventually learn which buttons do what on my faces, and I'll probably learn them as soon as I get another model, which is gonna be really funny. So yeah, sad face. Did your Halloween plans fall through, Okusen? Oh no. You want to tell us what you were planning to do? Or is it too soon? I mean, if you say it's fine, I'm gonna trust you. You say it's all good? Okay. Alright, alright. I'll just know that if you disappear partway through the stream, it means you're probably off doing great Halloween things. That your attention span collapsed. Oh no, Okusen. Oh no, not the collapsing attention span. So, did you wear a costume today, Okusen? I remember I saw a meme that's like, for Halloween I'll be the scariest thing of all. A former gifted kid who's now burnt out When everyone asks me what I'm supposed to be, I just say, I was supposed to be a lot of things. Too real? Oh no. Did I hit too close to home, Okusen? Failed expectations. Oh no. Or I dress up as every neurodivergent person's worst nightmare. Dress up as a parent that's holding a sign that says, "But you can focus on your video games." Pain. So it is kind of nice to know that that's a shared experience. Uh, so, what is your favorite Halloween costume? It's okay, Okusen. I see it plain as day in the on the screen. Apparently that meant you were fine. Yep. Yep. So, for a while, my comfort game when I would have panic attacks or anxiety attacks that I would play. Well, for a while I was playing Fire Emblem. I had acquired a way to play Fire Emblem on my phone, and that was kind of my comfort game for a while. Um, I played through the, what was it, the Wii one? Because weren't there like two Fire Emblems for the Wii? Or no, it was the one for the GameCube, one for the Wii. And I played through the GameCube one, and then I got partway through the Wii one, then I moved on to another comfort game. Because the one for the Wii was a sequel to the one for the GameCube. I don't even remember the story. I just remember I was really invested in it, and it was something I would play on my phone whenever I was just dealing with a lot of anxiety, panic attacks, and everything else. Mm-hmm. I can see that. And so after that, I moved on to playing this phone game, Dragalia Lost, which is a gacha game. And like for a long time, getting involved in Dragalia Lost, playing Dragalia Lost was my comfort game. It was the thing I did when I was stressed, when I was exhausted. But like Dragalia Lost was a gacha game. So, but I did spend a little bit of money, but it was funny because they gave you, like, since it was a Nintendo game, it was so focused on being kid friendly that there were almost no real predatory practices to try to make you spend money. So like there was no there was little to no real incentive to dump money into the game unless you really wanted specific units. But because the units after their banner would normally get added to the normal banner or their banner would recycle, um, you had the confidence that you would get them eventually. But Dragalia Lost was this deep and emotional thing. In Dragalia Lost, you get to name your character because your player character is normally named Euden, but you can name it whatever. And I named my player character Orion, and that was kind of freeing for me because like I was just starting to feel my way into being Orion, into that name. I picked the name almost on a whim, and I'd been using it for YouTube stuff. I'd been Orion and Ori for a while, but it was, for whatever reason, it was really Dragalia Lost that made me start to feel comfortable with that name and get really confident that I wanted to actually change my name to Orion. Then I found out how expensive and how complicated that was, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go with that as a nickname. And now I've kind of settled on the fact that I'll leave part of it, like I'll be my legal name with some groups of friends, but I'll be Orion with other friends. It's just kind of compartmentalizing, I guess. But yeah, there was a time I was telling people about it too, and I was gung ho, and I was saving up for it to get my name legally changed to Orion. I just couldn't figure out what I wanted the rest of my name to be. I think that was the one trouble, was I couldn't figure out what I wanted the rest of my name to be. I cycled through so many different ideas. So Okusen, since Halloween, at least in America, is kind of the festival of candy and spooks. I believe you do. I believe you need at least a first and last name. Middle name is optional, but in America, I believe you do need at least a first and last name. Then again, didn't like Cher change their name to just be one word? And wasn't that like kind of like in vogue, like to have like one word names? No idea. Well, it's interesting. So, but anyway, since Halloween is kind of, yes, Okusen, I was going to ask, what is your favorite type of candy? Now I'm curious, what is your favorite type of candy, Okusen? You're one of the worst people? Okay. All right. Okay. So if picking one favorite is hard, give me some candy that's in your top 5. Is that easier? What's in your top 5, Okusan? Okay, all right. What candy do you like? Is that better? Is that better? Just what candy do you like? That is better? Okay. Alright, alright. I knew I'd get there eventually, Okusen. I knew I'd get there eventually. So I'm curious. There's a bunch more obscure ones. In the US at least, that'd probably be my favorites if I had access to them more regularly, could find or could remember what they are. Of the ones you can find like a US 7-Eleven, yes, tell me what your 7-Eleven run is. What is your 7-Eleven run, Okusen? Yes. White chocolate Reese's cups. Ooh, fancy. Being super fancy. Mm-hmm. Yes. Orange chocolate. Is that the chocolate that you like, you smash it down and then you open it up and then it opens up into the little orange slices, but they're chocolate? I've seen those before. Oh, is there... It's something different? Okay. It's, well, so are those, but I guess there's other types of orange flavored chocolate. On a completely unrelated note, oh, you were thinking of something else? Okay, Okusen. Remember when we were doing the research on the poop coffees and it said that for some bizarre reason, elephant poop coffee has notes of chocolate? Oh, did you see the meme I put in memes on the Discord? You want to taste it? Well, I mean, I guess start saving up your piggy bank now. The elephant poop chocolate was the most expensive. At the time that article was written, a pound of elephant poop chocolate costs like $1,081. Better make every single bean count. Get someone to make some for you for free. For free? For free? How are you gonna get someone to make it for you for free? Brussels sprouts are so amazing. So if you're expecting chocolate and you get Brussels sprouts, yes, Abiona style. You do a favor for someone and threaten them with a giant sniper rifle. That's funny. But when I saw that post on I got it from Facebook, right? And someone commented on it, says, "No, you're doing it wrong. You got to dip them in chocolate and crushed nuts. So that way when they open it up, they think it's actually a candy and they bite into it and get Brussels sprouts." And I'm like, that's, on the one hand, that's kind of mean to like coat it in chocolate and nuts so it looks like one of those Ferrero Rocher chocolates, and they bite into it and get a Brussels sprout. But on the other hand, now that's making me think about the flavor of chocolate covered Brussels sprouts, because that might be fire. Like, am I wrong? Like, hold on, let me research. Is chocolate covered Brussels sprouts a thing? The harshly broken expectations. Yeah. The person who mentioned it said that he did it once to his kid and his kid still has trust issues. And I'm like, I don't know if that's something to brag about, bud. There's Brussels sprout cake pops. That's interesting. What's this? How about more chocolate? I don't know. Oh my gosh, so this blog did an April Fool's Day prank where they have cake pops, but it's actually coated Brussels sprouts. Chocolate covered pickles, which is real. Okay, if you can cover pickles in chocolate, then you can cover Brussels sprout in chocolate. Oh my gosh. So you have a cake that's made to look like Brussels sprouts, so it's a sweet cake. And then so the cake looks like Brussels sprouts, but it's sweet. But you give them the Rocher chocolates that are actually Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh, that's so heinous. So right now I see it's only a thing for like April Fool's Day pranks. So how are you doing, Nabiru? How's your Halloween going? Your way and just having a real jack-o'-lantern on your head. Ooh. I'm not. That must be a really big pumpkin for it to fit on your head. That's neat, Nabaru. Oh, your state just has large pumpkins? Okay. Ooh, what have you got? Are you gonna make some of those crazy presents that you showed you pictures of before, Nabaru? Some evil rap jobs with the cutest, most fun. I typically focus on only one person per year. Okay. Hmm. Completely unrelated to Halloween, but I was just flipping through Twitter real quick, and I saw this Twitter post that where it's like the thing where you have the bonk dog, and then right next to him you have the big buff like super Chad dog, and so the bonk dog, the one like the small doggo, is like, I made my magic shopkeeper a retired level 20 adventurer so my players don't mess with them. But then the super Chad doggo is, I made the magic shopkeeper one of the PC's moms. I just thought y'all would find that funny. Though I did see one post a while back talking about the shopkeeping thing that kind of blew my mind that I hadn't thought about. Um, and someone said it was like one of those hard to swallow pills. And I said, if your players are assaulting shopkeepers, that means they're probably bored with your shopping scene. And I don't think that's always true, because some players are just play D&D to get out some kind of aggression. Um, but that just got me thinking, that's all. So do you have a plan for who you're going to be focusing on for your rap job, whatever, your present rapping, Nabaru? Do you have a target? Good, good. Good, good. And what ideas are you bouncing around for what you want, how you want to wrap it? What are you working with? Oh, you gotta. So what's how's it gonna be wrapped? Come on. I'm sure whoever you're giving it to doesn't watch the stream. Spill the tea. Ooh, that's a good idea, Okusen. Bring a spell story in case some powerful adventurers decide to get aggressive. I guess if you're used to dealing with powerful adventurers all the time, yeah. What Chester's paws are? What are let me Google it. What are Chester's paws? Are those the Cheetos? When I see Cheetos paws. Yeah, the giant container in the first row of images, yes. I see the giant container of Chester's paws. That is a lot of Cheetos. That is a probably unhealthy quantity of Cheetos. If I wasn't vegan, I'd probably eat them all in one sitting if I sat down with a container that large. Okay, red food coloring on the container. Okay. So they're like bloody paws? Tape red Magic the Gathering card, mana card. So that would be mountains around the outside. So that's how it starts. Okay. So it's got red and it's got the mountains. Okay. Gift will be inside the container. You have to dig through it once you get to that point. Okay, so you're whatever you're giving has to be smaller than the container. Oh, so you're gonna be saying you set the gift on fire because it's got the fire symbol of the mountains of. Okay. You'd probably, if you wanted to be fire, wouldn't it be better to use the fire energy cards from Pokemon? Because those are more clearly fire. I just feel like the mountains, like the image on the back of the on the actual. Ooh, we got small LED lights. That's cool, Nabiru. Silva says, don't tape the land. Use tack, maybe. Just a thought. Okay. In order to preserve the cards. Ooh, that's just one idea. I like the setting the present on fire joke. That's funny. Well, what you got, Nabiru? Also, Silva, it's good to see you. How was your dungeon run? As you're totally not addicted to Final Fantasy 14. It was okay? Alright. The rap job in the meme room of Discord. Okay. There we go. This is what I previously did for Halloween. A Halloween loving family member. Let's take a look. I don't know. I think Member might be better than Member. Oh, you tagged me in it. Is that a ghost? A giant ghost? What do you mean zero as in from Oh, that's what that is. That's supposed to be 0. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't seen that in a long time. A head with a see-through shirt. The long part's the nose. Oh, and that bottom part's the jaw. Got it. Okay, alright. With the pumpkin nose. Now I see it. I just thought it was a weird ghost thing. I mean, I only got it because Xokuzen mentioned it. Oh, okay. Alright, nobody tell me this one. Let's see if I can figure this one out. I see Nabara posted another one. This looks like Santa Claus. But Santa's really wide, but has... What is this? Alright, let me take a look at this. Like, so I'm getting some Santa vibes. But it's like... It's just Santa wrapping paper. Okay, but I mean, I figure the wrapping paper has got to be part of the gag, right? It's got to be part of the joke. Oh, so the Santa thing's not part of the joke at all. Alright, so... Is it some kind of like flea? It does have an odd shape. It's got like two antennae. It's got legs. It's got what looks like almost, yeah, everything is square. It's got what looks like maybe a face up on the front attached to it. Are those eyes or are those antenna? Oh, wait. Hold on. Pause. So what I thought were eyes was the nose. What I thought were antenna were the eyes. I didn't see 4 legs. I only saw 2. Is this I'm going on a wild guess here, but didn't Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life have a pet that was like that? With the weird cross-eyed thing? I feel like it's some characters. Mm-hmm. Like I'm definitely getting like maybe someone's pet pig. Kind of close. Okay, so it is someone's pet pig. I am right about that, right? Right now, Baru? Why did you make everything square? Is it a Minecraft pig? I realize that we're talking about this, and anyone who's watching the VOD is gonna have no idea what we're talking about. So, are you okay, Nabaru, with me sharing an image of this with the class, sharing this with stream, so that way everyone who watches the VOD will see your wonderful artwork? Okay. Yes, it is. So you can see the 2 eyes, that snout there, the legs. It is canonically square with cross eyes. Kind of having what was it? Everywhere I look, I see his face moment, remembering Technoblade. Yeah, didn't they like accidentally draw the pig with the wrong dimensions, with the height where the width should be and the width where the height should be? So like they flip-flop the width and height, and they got a tall pig. I don't know how you go from tall pig to make it explode. So yes, that's the Minecraft pig wrapping paper art. That's okay. I mean, you'll come up with new things in the future, I'm sure. You once did a creeper. Once turned a small purse handbag into a giant suitcase on wheels, with pull-out handle, using just paper tubes, tape, so on. You are a wizard and an artist, Nabiru. I guess you'd be a witch. Yeah, you'd be a witch and an artist because you do such magical things. Round shapes using paper. That sounds exciting. Made a DVD gift into a 4-foot tall Flowy the flower from Undertale. So, not to derail this conversation about Nabaru's magical powers, because she does have some great and powerful. I'm telling you, she's a paper witch, a paper bender. Yes. But I've been in this conundrum recently. So this first part's gonna come as no surprise to anyone, right? We got one rule: if I'm going to gift a birthday, Christmas presents, no sharp objects, so they must work to get it open. Oh my gosh. So they have to fight their way through it all. Oh, goodness gravy, Nabaru. So I'm in this conundrum that I'm trying to deal with. This first part's going to be no shock to anyone. I like giant robots. Just putting that out there. I like giant robots. And for a long time, I don't know what it was, but I had this mental block. Yes, Okusan, I do. I had this mental block that was stopping me from writing or creating media about giant robots. I don't know if it was something I was like almost ashamed of or what it was, but I just had this mental block that stopped me from creating things about giant robots because I guess I just thought I couldn't. And then when we were working on my lore stuff, I was trying to find all of these kinds of ways to like be super high-handed and philosophical with my lore. Yes, they are indeed evil. And I thank you, chat, because all of you, chat, were the ones who gave me the courage to overcome my mental block and make a giant robot a key part of my VTuber lore. Which was fun and a little outlandish, but also exciting. And we had all that fun generating the random images on Night Cafe, right? And now I'm like at this point where I'm like, I kind of want to just make tons of stories and things about giant robots, right? But I have 35,000 words into this work in progress that is about airships. But I was looking over it the other day, earlier today actually, and I was realizing so much of my story is not actually dealing with airships. There's a couple scenes with airships, but most of the airship scenes happen off screen, and most of the things that are happening in the book are, at this point, lots of dialogue, lots of boardroom scenes, lots of meetings, lots of political negotiations and stuff, but not a lot of airships. But I'm just getting to a point where I have an excuse to write more airships. So then it just comes down to this thing about like, I want to finish something. Like, I want to finish this game. I want to finish my character creation course. I want to finish, well, it's not my course, it's somebody else's course, but I'm attending it, so it feels like, you know what I mean. I want to finish writing something. I want to finish my novel. I just want to finish something. And it's like, it's hard. And like I posted about it on Twitter that like I was just struggling with it. I commented on this one writing Twitter page, and the person was like, all I can say is just move with your you know, what did he say? Hold on, let me go back and read that. Go with what compels you most. Person said they haven't finished writing anything in over a year. And like, for those of you who don't know, National Novel Writing Month is upon us. Tomorrow is the first day, and it is this thing where all of these writers all over the world will try to crank out 50,000 words in 30 days. But I've seen some people posting about taking it as a chance to dig up old work in progresses, or to work on, or to get half of it done, or to use this as the push to finish old projects. So that's one of the things I'm struggling with, right? Like, I'm too far into this story to add giant robots into it, right? So then it becomes, do I just take a month off of my my first work in progress to just see how much I can get done of some new story that'll it's called pantsing, where you write by the seat of your pants, where you write without an outline. So then it becomes, do I take a month to write that, right? And see how much I get done? A plant-based golem could work, but like, we already have so much of the stuff outlined, and so much of the story is supposed to revolve around airships, which I have had a woefully small amount of airship interaction for a story about airships. We're like a third of the way through the book, and there's been like 2 airship scenes. Well, I mean, I've actually had more airship scenes with, well, scenes on an airship with the air pirate than I have with my main character. Exactly. You get so caught up in the political intrigue, well, I don't know if political intrigue, but like the drama and the revolution and all of that other stuff, that like airships just get lost in the mix. I'm not saying I wanna scrap it. because I put so much work into it. Like we've put so much work into it. We've sunk so much time and effort. Um, and I want to see it finished. But also I realize we're at we're at 35,000 words, and I am maybe a third of the way through the story by my current plan. And that's what's got me worried, that also with my pacing, that I'm getting too bogged down and that this is going to get really bloated and hard to read. So I have all these insecurities bouncing around and all of these thoughts that I've been struggling with. And the reason why tonight's stream is a game making stream is because I have not touched RPG Maker to work on my game in almost 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna tinker with that. Yes, yeah, definitely Nabaru. Definitely. So I actually, it's funny, I did some research because all of this, that's also true, Nabaru. For all I know, all the parts that I think are getting bloated and slowed down, like my readers might find enjoyable and exciting. Like there's every bit the possibility that whenever I release this book, which I am bound and determined that I will release it somewhere, right? There's every bit the possibility that when I release it, people are going to read it, and the airship parts are going to be their least favorite parts, and they're going to enjoy all of the boardroom drama, all of the negotiations, all of the character, all of that stuff. Though I've also noticed that I don't know if it's just my prose being really limited, but when it comes to describing things happening, that goes by so fast, but the dialogue just goes by so slow. So I'm wondering if it's a fact of I just don't know how to write things descriptively, or if it's just that I don't know how to write dialogue. So since I can't write dialogue, there's so much bloat in the dialogue and so many more words are being used for dialogue than they really need to. Because I feel like I have characters going on like multi-line speeches on a regular basis because I don't know how to communicate that idea in a snappy, shorter way. And that's something that I guess I'll come back to in a second draft, assuming I get that far. Well, I gotta believe. I have to believe. I have to hold out hope, right? Gotta hold out hope that I'll get that far. But so there's part of me that wants to write a giant robot story, right? But there's another part of it that's like, I don't even know what kind of giant robot story I'd write. I don't even know. I don't even know what kind of character I'd write. Do I just want to write a short story based on my VTuber lore? That's also true, Naberu. That's also very true. Well, no, you had some good points. That some people are gonna like it slower, some people are gonna like it faster, and I can't please everyone. But right now, I'm just trying to write a story that I would read. Yes, lore is always fun. Also, related to lore, I'm planning, assuming my income gets somewhat stabilized, to get to No, I haven't read all the way through it recently. Maybe I should do that, Okusen. Maybe I should just read all the way through it and see how I feel about it. I've been just trying to like get the stuff down because I was worried if I lost momentum that I wouldn't get the work done, and that's kind of what's happening right now as I lost momentum. Like, I did some research on Terry Pratchett because all this was started off by that post that claimed that Terry Pratchett wrote 400 words a day. And I did some research, and apparently, yeah, when Terry Pratchett wrote some of his most famous books, his mental practice was to write 400 words a day, but he did it every day, every single day. He even did 400 words on the day of, I think, his father's funeral. And that's a lot of dedication. One of the things that the article that I was reading was talking about was that Terry Pratchett mentioned that, like, writing every day, writing something, going back, reading your writing, going back and drinking in the story to write more in the story every single day helps it stay alive in your mind, so that way you are constantly thinking of new things to add, and that way you are aware of what's happening. And I think somewhere along the way I got caught up on that 200 word target that I was shooting for, but I wasn't letting the story live alive in my mind after a while. Like, I would do my 200 words, my 2, 3, maybe 600 words, and then that would be it. I wouldn't think about it until the next day. And then when I sit down to write, I hadn't thought about it in a day, so I haven't been thinking about what it is I want to write. Anyway, while we're discussing this, okay. Like, easy distracted since you don't need to communicate with anyone, it's just you and the story. That's true, Nabiru. Alright. While we're talking, gonna be actually working on the game development for the game development stream. These Demon King windows need to go because when I check them in game, nothing appears back there. I don't know what the purpose of the Demon King windows is. They're just blank. I don't know if, like, if I parallax some art, if something will appear through the back end of them, but they're just not working for me. Oh, yes. Speaking of lore and stuff, if assuming my income stays at where it is, I want to start saving up to get a new model to go with whenever, and also to get the art done for my giant robot. And I'm thinking about getting my character redone with some kind of like flight suit or armor to represent like what my character wears while piloting the giant robot, to more lean into that mech pilot theme. But it has been really disheartening as I've been looking up how much it costs to get a model made. If I'm getting a live 2D model for, like, on the low end, a live 2D model is gonna run me like $350. On the high end, it can be upwards of $1,000. It can be $900 to $1,000, and that's before paying for any extras like expressions or poses and things. And I'm like, at where I'm at now with my disability, with my temporary disability income, there's no way I can justify saving up the money to be able to afford that. So I'm looking at, because I was talking to a friend of mine about it, my friend Sweets, and she was like, because she has a lot of experience with this, so she was outlining a lot of it for me, and she said, like, to get a good 3D model done, it's between $75 and $150. And I'm like, that is a number that I can work with. That's a number I can save up for. If I find someone who's doing a special deal or whatever, then I can talk with them about that, you know. So that's just something I'm planning to work on in the coming months. Getting a new model designed, because the current model I have, my friend assembled for me, but my friend assembled it using art that he didn't make. It was art he got for free off of Booth. So there's just weird saying that he made it because he didn't make the clothes or any of the stuff, and then also some of the stuff doesn't fit properly because it's trying to. Yes. Oh, okay. I want to clarify. At no point am I saying that models are overpriced. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to express that I think that there's any kind of price gouging or any of that stuff going on. I'm not trying to say at all that I think that the model should be cheaper. I understand why they cost as much as they do. It just sucks that they cost as much as they do. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so now let me get to Windows. What do I have here for Windows? What do we got for Windows? Yeah. I did actually commission a little bit of art. So, like, I told Okusen about this. I made a joke. That's a whole mood, Okusen. That is an absolute whole mood. Okay. Okay, decorating these walls a little bit more. Because this is a ruined demon castle. Ah. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I just need to put a simple puzzle for just got to put a simple puzzle for finding their way through these doors here. I'll probably use, because I wanted to use variables. Go away. Gargoyle statue. All right. What do I want this gargoyle statue to do? First, we'll show text. But yeah, so looking at that, I don't think it's financially responsible for me to start trying to save up for getting a live 2D model made. But I think, assuming everything continues where it's going for now, I'm going to save up to get a new 3D model made, and I'll just use that for a while. Because that's something I can justify. That's an expense I can justify. I am actually going to need to get... I'm getting a new 3D model means I'm going to need to get an actual webcam for my gaming PC though, because I don't have a webcam yet. I mean, I could use VMagic Mirror. That doesn't require a camera, but it does help. Yeah, art costs are quite, like, the thing is, artists deserve to be paid, and I'm not arguing with that. It just sucks that I can't afford to. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you, I did get some art commissions. So I made the mistake of making a joke on Twitter the other day, which, you know, of course, the classic blunder, where I said, you know, they don't stream or anything. They got a model on art for the RPOC. That's I don't know what they're gonna do with the model. Like, did they get it rigged and everything too, or did they just get the actual art made? Like, get a full body artwork. But so I made the mistake of making a joke about needing an artist, because someone was talking about how hard it is to find about. They was making a statement. I'm not going to go into all of what they said, but one of the things they said was, you know, And, you know, kudos to artists who can do darker skin tones well, which is something I'm going to need if I do for getting my model made. And okay, Nabaru, I mean, no worries to say names. I wasn't asking for names. That was always allowed. And they and so I made the joke that I'm going to need an artist, like at this point I should start looking now, with the implication that I'm not going to need an artist till sometime in the future, but I should start looking now if I'm going to find someone in my price range who can do what I want. And I got bombarded with artist requests. And one of the artists actually joined the Discord and then DM'd me on Discord instead of DMing me on Twitter. And I responded because I didn't realize they were DMing me, because I just saw the notifications on my phone and I thought they were commenting on the Discord. So of course I'm going to respond if I think someone's saying something in my Discord, right? And then I realized it was a private message. And by that point, they'd wrote me in, they gave me some sob story. I was like, listen, I can't afford to do this. And they're like, please, I need money for food. And I'm like, all right. And they're like, please, even $5, if you give me $5, I'll give you a sketch. Please, I have no money for food or anything right now. And I don't know if it was a scam. I don't know what it was. But like, if someone's like, the way I thought about it was like, the kind of person I am, if someone comes up to me and asks me and is begging me for $5, right? That's like what I'd spend on like a drink and fries. So I can afford to go without that in the short term. So I just said, sure. I sent them the $5. I ended up coming to be $6 because of transaction fees. And they sent me this cool little sketch. I asked them if I could share the sketch, and they're like, oh, well, give me permission to do one other thing, then you can share it. And so I don't exactly have their permission to share the sketch, which is weird because I paid for it. But it's not anything super special. It's my character sitting. Just sitting. But yeah, so that's like the first time I've ever commissioned someone to do art for me. All right, so next we're gonna say, do you touch the jewel? Yeah. My profile on Discord is commissioned. I asked for the quote from Cave Story Black. Yeah, I did get this. I did get the sketch. So they said they were going to send me a quick sketch, and they're like, I'll have it back to you ASAP. But they didn't send it to me till the next day. So I'm like, okay. But like I said, it's not any like groundbreaking piece of art. It looks cool. So I sent them a picture of my character. I'm like, can I get a sketch of this character but with thick rimmed glasses? Because I didn't have any images of my character with the glasses yet. I don't think English was their first language, because they're like when I sent them the money, it was going somewhere in Europe, and a lot of their grammar just seemed a bit off. So it just, I think a lot of their, I think they were just trying to translate stuff. So I think that might have just got lost in translation. So I didn't hold it against them. Okay. All right, so this level. Gargoyle. It's just a big brute. I'm gonna say he's got really strong magic defense because he's just really durable and hits really hard. Okay. Okay, why do I have? Because this is a much harder hitting version of the orc. But the thing is, the orc was fought alongside other enemies. They're gonna be a couple levels up from fighting the orc. I think this should be fine. Give him attack. Give him body slam. Give him flash. Let me check what flash does. Dual attack just requires TP, that's fine. Scratch is just basic attack, right? Yes, just basic attack generates TP. Got it. %50 blind. Okay. Could give him Petrify. Because he is a gargoyle. The Petrify would be really low chance of setting off, though. There's Body Slam. Yeah, Body Slam is just an attack. So all the rest of these. Actually, let me invert this. Allows you the chance the move will happen. For example, if a target is already petrified, the petrify 0 chance. Not without plugins. Not that I know of. So what this is the chance that it's going to select it. What it does is it looks at the highest rated abilities that are viable to cast, and then it will look at things that are up to 2 ratings below it. So at this point, if it has the stuff to do the dual attack or the body slam, it'll look at that first. And then it'll look between that and the flash and the petrify. But because of how this is rated, it's only ever going to use Scratch if it has no TP and cannot use any other ability. Because Scratch is just its basic attack. I'm going to say it can't be petrified. Not that the players have a way to petrify it. Well, it can't be... Yes, I'm making a Pokemon. Only has 30% chance to be paired. Okay, yeah. Right, it does not without plugins, right. This is gonna be massively harder, so I'll give 400 XP and maybe 800 gold. Okay. Which use of a skill or item will succeed apply. Okay, so it can't be poisoned. We'll say it can't be put to sleep. So if I did this properly, this thing should hit like a truck. At this point, all right, let's run a test. Let's run a battle test. Let's see how this fares. With them, they should be level 7 by the time they get here. Maybe more. Oh. Okay, so that defense is too high. That's not a jewel, that's a clock in the middle. Okay, we're going to edit that. That defense is too high. There we go. That's 750, 75, okay. So it hits significantly harder than the orc. Actually, this is too, no, we're gonna take this a little lower. I take this down to 60. I realize my model is doing weird things because I'm pressing buttons. Okay. Okay, so that should be more in line with what I'm looking for. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So looking at like, okay, that's not bad. That damage output was better. 143, 243, about 300 average damage. Wants to get all the buffs going. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that damage output goes down as soon as this... Okay. Nobody was really in danger there. But it never turned into a slog. For a mini-boss fight that needs to happen multiple times, I'd say that's pretty good. No items needed to be used. Yeah, I'd say that's not bad. It forced them to use their abilities. They had to use their buffs. If they didn't use their buffs, so it's forcing them to use MP, to use their buffs. If they didn't use their buffs, it would have taken significantly longer to whittle through that defense. Being immune to sleep shuts down one of the options. Okay, I like it. Okay. Yeah. If they don't use their buffs, then their damage output drops significantly. If they use their buffs, it's about about 5 rounds worth of damage, but it'll take them like 2 rounds to get their buffs up. So about a 7-round fight. The buffs increase their damage output significantly. So without the buffs, the fight will drag on. Actually, let me run a test. Let me see what the average... Let's see what it looks like if I don't use any buffs. And this is also with basic weapons and armor. The players at this point will probably have access to better weapons and armor, but I'm testing it on a baseline right now. No buffs. $130. This is about 150. Okay. This one, Harold is taking consistent damage, so he's able to use... No buffs, so no magic barrier. Right. Well, I want this to be... $22, $34, so it's 50. 50 plus 80, so 50 plus 60. So it's about 100, so it'll take about, with no buffs, it'll take about 15 turns to kill this thing. So it ran out of TP, so it had to scratch there. Okay. Okay. The flash thing is actually pretty cool. So it's on low TP right now, so it's going to be scratching and then alternating to other things. Okay. I forgot to see how long it takes. Oh, blindness is not. Yeah, it is a very interesting gargoyle. That's why I was thinking about having it do scratch instead of a basic attack. No cure for blinding. That's funny. Okay, so blind does wear off eventually. Okay. It just takes like 5 rounds to wear off. Okay. All right. So I wish it gave me an after action report so I can take a look at that. But that ran through a lot of MP for the party. But one magic water should have them back up to full strength. So yeah, it's definitely doable. I don't want it to be like this is a mini boss. Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, uh, and after the battle, so add 1 to the Demon King statue variable. Then we're going to control self switch A. All the party sees is a giant foot. On that, I'm gonna put the rest of it in there because so the bottom half has to be an event because that's something the players interact with. The top half is going to be just regular part of the background. That's a delete? Nope, that's the print screen. Then I put that right there. So I'm gonna put 3 of these. Oh, whoops. I got 1 there. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. One there. Then I want one more. I want one more, and I think I'll put that right there. Put this in here. And I'll put the last one in here. Or do I want to be evil? Do I want to be evil, chat? Are you going to bed early? All right, Okusen, get some rest. Good night. Good night, Okusen. Thanks for coming. It was great having you. Stars all around. It's fun. You can be chaotic, evil in a dungeon. Yes, I am the dungeon creator. That is true. I'm gonna decorate this with other things, but right now I just want to get this in here. Whoop. Okay. So now this goes all the way around. I'll probably have a chest here, sitting here somewhere. So now the players have to fight their way through this. I was debating putting another statue back here because the player is not going to find out they have to interact with the statue until they get over to here when they get blocked. So I was debating how much I want the players to have to backtrack. Do I have them backtrack all the way to the front door? I just felt that would be silly. Yeah, because there's going to be random encounters throughout the entire place. Yeah, I was gonna say having to backtrack that far just seems a bit much. What have we got here? RPG where you're already questing, but suddenly you need one random ingredient or item, and it's yes. Greater than or equal to 3. So as soon as the door reaches that. Okay. So now they have doors there. As soon as there are 3 of those done, it'll unlock. Demon King. As soon as the Demon King statue hits 3. The parallel means it'll be looking for it. Can be heard. And I don't want battle. Play sound effect. There we go. All right. That should about do it. I still have to do the actual boss fight. I still have to design the Demon King boss fight. And I need to put treasure chests in here. But right now, we're just trying to get as much done. We're just trying to get the minimum valuable product. Oh, I almost forgot. The Demon King is going to be a general who's like, he was a king who was possessed by the power of the artifact, the Cloud King artifact, and gained immense power. Mhm. Okay. All right, so there we go. Let me play a sound effect. I'll do something here. Okay. I probably could have just made a common event and called the common event. Since they all have identical things, but I really didn't feel like dealing with that. I'll probably deal with common events. Like, I'm dealing with something, so I'm not sure if it's obvious, but I'm trying to do something different in each dungeon. The first dungeon has a cutscene and is just a very generic dungeon with a custom enemy, a custom boss, and cutscene. The second dungeon deals with switches and a small puzzle, and the third dungeon, is gonna deal with the variables, where they have to do a number of things, then when the variable stacks up, it opens the door. Okay. Let's run a playtest. It was so freeing learning how to dash. I need to put a tutorial in this game, so then they go all the way here. Get the random fight. Not everybody's level 7, but it should be fine. Actually, everyone's level 6. I tested those gargoyles for level 7. This might be a problem. Okay, so gonna grab magic barrier. Ooh, that was a critical hit, so this should be over pretty quickly. Okay. Oh, okay. So this might actually. Okay, and of course he evades. Ooh, that's a big difference. That's gonna make a big difference in the fights. Her getting level 8 and getting Fire 2 makes a big difference in this fight. Okay. But Fire 2 chews through. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm glad when he goes first. Oh, heal 2, cure 2. Okay. Okay. Good, get a magic water. So that replaces the magic water I lost. I'm gonna move this further up so that way you can see it from I don't like how that bugs out and disappears whenever it starts zooming in there. I'll probably have to fix that. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, it started with almost no TP. Okay. So TP is something it uses for besides MP for using things abilities, but it builds TP as it takes damage and as it uses certain abilities. All of this one's abilities use TP instead of MP, but I designed the enemy in such a way that it will only use its scratch attack if it has no TP to use any other abilities. Okay. So the background I need to work on because that's glitching out. I'll have to fix that. And now I can walk right through. Okay. Okay. And the team is level 8. I'll scale for level 8 this time instead of so yeah, I'll scale the final boss for level 8. All right. Whew. Let me just do one thing real quick. So that way it doesn't zoom in weird. Right there. Okay, because the event disappears whenever they're in boss fights, when they're in the fight. Wow, we got a lot done. Installed the puzzle. Oh, which reminds me. I want the player to be able to see all of them. I gotta see if the player can see this statue. I need the player to be able to see that statue from the hallway. Not gonna do a full test like I did that. Okay, yes, you can see that. You can see that. Okay. All right, cool. So the player will see all of them. And then just have to figure out how to get to them. Okay. That'll have treasure, all the sort of treasure chests and rewards scattered throughout. But now I just have to design, like, since we're talking about minimum viable product in order to have the game be done. I have to design the Demon King. The last thing left in here is to design the Demon King fight. Probably put some chests in here so the players have some rewards as they go, because they're going to need magic waters, or I just give them an item shop somewhere to buy items. Ooh, we got a lot done today. Let's wind that down. Did I save? Yes, I did. Okay. Ooh. Alright, let's wind down for the night. Y'all still with me? You still with me, Nabaru? That was a lot of work. Designing the gargoyles, design an enemy, designed a mini boss fight, implemented it as part of a puzzle, set variables in order to respond to everything, and then ran a full combat test of the first portion of the dungeon. Which that one took a little while. Doing the combat test took a little while, not gonna lie. So well, it's getting to the end of Halloween. I want to say thank you to everyone for riding along on this adventure with me. It's been fun. I want to say happy Halloween, and also, as we get ready to begin the National Novel Writers Month, I hope that everyone who is going out on this adventure to try cranking out that 50,000 words in 30 days, or maybe you're doing half a novel, so you're trying to crank out 2,500 words, the 25,000 words in 30 days, which that's a lot more attainable, but one way or the other, it's still a lot of words to get down and a big chunk of a novel written. So I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope that you all will achieve your goals and your dreams. I already saw one of my friends on Twitter said that she was writing something with like a plural android, that they're gonna be piloting some kind of a giant robot. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And they said they're planning to she said she was planning to actually get that edited and published somewhere down the line, so I'm excited to see that. I'm really hoping that a lot of great novels come out of this. Even if you don't have the whole thing done by the end of the month, I'm hoping that this kickstarts a lot of writing, so that way a lot of people will have, because it's always great when there's new novels being released. Anyway, um, good night, everybody. And I just want to say that I love each and every one of you. This is to Okusen, to Nabiru, to Silva, to anyone who showed up and lurked throughout the stream. I want you all to know that I believe in all of you and anyone who watches the VOD afterwards. I think that you all are wonderful, amazing, and unique. I think that each one of you brings a precious energy to everything that you're a part of that only you can bring. I think all of you make this world better just by being in it, and I'm grateful to live in a world with you in it. I hope that you all have a wonderful night, and always remember the Star Hunter motto: to shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always, always, always stop to enjoy the memes. There you are, Nabaru. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing here, please be sure to subscribe, ding the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live or post any new content. If you could like the stream, that really helps the algorithm with pushing out the VOD to people. And leave a comment of anything you want to see me do. I can't guarantee I'll do everything, but I'm always interested to see what you do. I also have been trying to put out community posts every day, so if you see those, please feel free to interact with those. That definitely helps the channel a whole lot. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of YouTube, you can join the Discord. There's a link to that in the description, or follow me on Twitter. I am almost chronically online Twitter. And you can find that in the description as well. And while all of my content is free, if you ever feel motivated to give to improve the stream and improve my life, there are links where you can do that down below. I appreciate each and every one of you just being here. And I hope that you all have a wonderful night. I hope you had a wonderful October, and I hope that November brings even more new and exciting things for all of us. Good night.